Imagine you're working as a lead character artist in a big game studio. You have the huge challenge ahead of you of bringing back a beloved character and reimagining them in a new setting. Best case scenario, you're successful. New and old fans love the new design and the game is a huge success. Worst case scenario, you've missed the mark. The fans' impression of the character has been soured, the game has lost the company millions of dollars, and the franchise has been ruined. So how do you not only avoid failure, but also bring the character to a whole new level? There are 4 goals you need to achieve. What makes Kratos actually Kratos? What makes him unique? The easiest thing we could look at is his physical appearance in the old game. He has a few scars, white skin, and a big red tattoo. Subtlety isn't necessarily one of his strong suits. If you want to go a little deeper into his anatomy, he's very muscular, has a constant frown on his face, and unlike me, can actually grow a beard. Other areas we could analyze are the way he's speaking, the way he's moving around, or the way he's thinking. Even though these topics seem very theoretical, they can still have consequences on his physical appearance. If he's clenching his teeth a lot, his jaw muscles could be more defined, and he's in a lot of fights, so his nose could be broken as well. Keeping all these things in mind, we have made sure that Kratos is recognizable. You show your first 3D model to the creative director, but he's skeptical. He looks like Kratos, but he doesn't look believable. We have created baby Kratos. Smooth skin, and the world hasn't crushed his dreams and ambitions yet. So to turn him into an adult, the world that he's living in actually needs to have an impact on his physical appearance. Wrinkles, scars, blemishes, plus the basic skin stuff like pores, finger and toenails. We can also add color variation. For example, the ash on his body could fade away slowly so we can see the beige skin underneath a little bit more. Or even just him being very muscular can change small things like his veins showing more. He's also chilling in a cold forest, so giving him a thick beard and a little bit more fat on his muscles would probably make sense as well. Of course, the fat would then also have impact on his muscle definition, so it wouldn't be as defined anymore. And with that, we made him more realistic. The body's done, but even though the game is going to be for 18+, the only clapping we will hear is going to be Kratos punching an ogre all the way to Helheim. So let's move on to the armor, and here we have a huge opportunity. What is he actually wearing? A suit? A comfy hoodie? Maybe a dress? Whatever he's going to wear is going to be influenced by his personality, by his environment he's living in, has lived in, and his history in general. He's fighting a lot, so he needs protection. He's also living in a cold environment, so protection from that cold would make sense. He's probably also not somebody that cares about design that much. Practicality over everything, so his armor doesn't need to be super detailed either. With the basics down, we can now have some fun and add some more bips and bobs to the armor to make it more intriguing. Show the origin of the materials, callbacks to Kratos' history, just stuff to add more depth to the character overall. After sending the finished model to the in-engine developer, they sent you an angry email. Once they imported the model, their PC crashed and they lost 8 hours of work. But tomorrow you want to show the first playable version to the publisher. What if all that lost work now means that you can't finish the first version until tomorrow? Maybe the whole project will be...
Do not concern yourself with what might be. Focus on what is.
Okay, what went wrong? Well, the PC crashed because the geometry density of the model is way too high to be used in-game. So let's reduce the amount of geometry on the model. To not lose any detail, we could replace the lack of geometry with textures, basically baking the geometry onto the textures. Last but not least, we need to make sure that all parts of the model work well with the engine, iron out any kinks, and we're done. The model is now functional in the engine, and the in-engine developer was actually able to recover most of the lost work. The publisher liked what they saw, but now it's time to show your project to the public. You've made sure your new reimagined version of Kratos is recognizable, looks realistic, you've built out the character by adding depth, and made it functional to be used in-game. You've put all your sweat and tears into this project, and now it is finally time to see if you've actually done a good job.
She taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry. Feed us.
Of course, this is only a brief summary of everything you need to keep in mind when creating such AAA characters. I haven't really touched on rigging or UV unwrapping or texture painting that much. I thought these 4 goals were the most useful ones to analyze other people's work, professional work for example, and learn from professionals to improve your own work and characters in general. If you want to see how I struggled through the process of creating Kratos for my own project of recreating God of War in Unreal Engine, make sure to check out this video. Thank you for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. See ya!